No wonder Michael Jordan would secretly pay for Pippen's father's medical bills. Pippen had been hiding this secret, but MJ knew about it all along. To help his best friend, MJ privately did two touching things. This secret was hidden for 20 years before being exposed. Pippen's father suffered from a rare disease that required $30,000 per month in treatment costs. But Pippen's salary wasn't high because 5 people in his family all had cancer. To pay for his family's treatment, Pippen spent 90% of his salary on medical bills. He couldn't even afford to buy himself new sneakers. Jordan secretly contacted the best hospital in Chicago. He privately told the doctor, "I'll pay for all the medical expenses, but don't tell him who's paying." Pippen was very grateful to this stranger. When he chatted with MJ, he often mentioned this anonymous benefactor. Pippen said, "If I ever find out who he is, I'll definitely kneel down and kowtow to him." MJ smiled and said, "He must be a kind person." In 2018, the hospital director finally revealed the truth before retiring. After hearing this, Pippen cried for a long time. He called Jordan crying, "Michael, you bastard! My father is alive today, all because of you." Jordan said, "Because you're my best brother, your father is my father." This secret was hidden for 20 years before being exposed, but it demonstrated the most precious friendship in the world. No wonder Michael Jordan would tear up his only photo with Pippen. What Pippen did almost ruined Michael Jordan's life. On the eve of the 1993 finals, Jordan discovered his training video had been leaked to the Suns. Only he and Pippen knew the training room password in the whole world. The furious Jordan rushed to Pippen and shouted, "Scottie, why did you betray me?" Pippen tried to explain, but Jordan wouldn't listen. He pulled out their only photo together from his wallet and tore it to pieces in front of Pippen. "From now on, we're no longer brothers." The heartbroken Pippen silently packed his bags to leave the team. He shook his head and said, "If Michael doesn't trust me, what reason do I have to stay here?" The night before Pippen was about to leave Chicago, the team's security found the truth. It turned out the janitor had sold the video to the Suns for $50,000. After Jordan learned the truth, he instantly broke down. He drove to the airport. Pippen's flight was taking off in 30 minutes. Jordan rushed into the terminal and knelt in front of Pippen in front of all the passengers. "Scottie, I'm sorry, I was wrong." What moved Pippen even more was that Jordan pulled out a new photo from his chest. He had searched all the photo shops in Chicago to reprint their photo together and even framed it. Jordan choked up and said, "I tore up our friendship, but I want to start over." Pippen cried and said, "Michael, you'll always be my best brother." No wonder Pippen never had dinner alone with Michael Jordan. 35 years later, the truth about this was exposed. It turned out Michael Jordan had wrongly accused Pippen for 30 years. What Pippen did moved all Americans. Every night, Pippen would be picked up by a Rolls Royce. Jordan suspected Pippen was doing something illegal because Pippen had been very mysterious lately, always leaving hastily after training. One day, he secretly followed Pippen. He discovered Pippen went into a hotel with a 70-year-old wealthy woman. The furious Jordan waited in the hotel lobby for 2 hours until Pippen came out. He angrily scolded Pippen. "Scottie, what are you doing?" Pippen was so scared when he saw Jordan that he wet his pants. Pippen suddenly knelt at the hotel entrance. He cried and said, "Michael, 3 people in my family have cancer. The monthly treatment costs are $200,000. My salary isn't enough. My children are about to have no money for treatment." Pippen continued crying. "That woman gives me $50,000 for each date. I really have no choice. I don't want my family to die because they can't afford treatment." After hearing this, Jordan hugged Pippen tightly. "Brother, why didn't you tell me earlier?" The next day, Jordan quietly arranged the best doctors for Pippen's family and covered all the treatment costs. From then on, Pippen never refused Jordan's invitations again, and their friendship became even deeper. They kept this secret for 20 years until Pippen first revealed it publicly in his autobiography. Larry Bird announced he's giving his entire $800 million fortune to his adopted children. His biological daughter won't get a penny. Corey Bird angrily said, "I will spend my life seeking revenge. I want to scatter his ashes on shit." The day Corey was born, Larry Bird actually said, "I don't need a daughter. Women can't play basketball." He even refused to sign the birth certificate. When Corey was 5, she saw her father playing on TV and excitedly pointed, saying, "That's my dad." Larry heard this and angrily turned off the TV. "I'm not your father." The worst part was when Corey was 16. She wore her father's jersey to watch a game, hoping to get a hug. Larry saw her and publicly humiliated her. "Take off my jersey. You don't deserve to wear it." Security immediately kicked Corey out of the arena. Larry bought his adopted son a $5 million sports car as a birthday gift, but wouldn't even pay for Corey's tuition. When Corey's mother went to ask him for money, Larry directly pulled out a $100 bill. This is enough for her to eat for a month. 2 weeks ago, Larry Bird had his lawyer give Corey a message. "If she changes her last name, I'll give her $10 million. Corey laughed after hearing this. He wants to buy back his conscience with money? Dream on. Now Corey has completely disappeared from public view. She told reporters, "The name Larry Bird is a disgrace to me." Pippen's father's dying wish was to meet Michael Jordan once. He was a devoted fan of Michael Jordan, but MJ was gambling in Las Vegas and refused the request. However, something happened 5 days later that made Jordan regret it for the rest of his life. In 1991, Pippen's mother was in the late stages of cancer and was dying. The doctor said she only had 3 days to live. Pippen's mother's greatest wish was to meet her son's teammate Michael, because her son said Jordan was the most amazing young man he had ever met. The heartbroken Pippen called Jordan, "Michael, my mom wants to see you. She's dying." Jordan was gambling in Las Vegas at the time. He had already lost $2 million and was in a terrible mood. The angry MJ said to Pippen, "I don't have time to go. I'm busy." Then he hung up the phone. Pippen disappointedly returned to the hospital room. He told his mother, "MJ has an important game. He said he'll come see you when he gets back." 2 days later, Pippen's mother passed away. On the day of the funeral, it was pouring rain, and Jordan felt extremely guilty. Pippen said, "She was still saying your name on her deathbed." Jordan cried and said to Pippen, "Scottie, I'm sorry. I'm a bastard." From then on, Jordan brought flowers to Pippen's mother's grave every year. This habit lasted for 20 years. He also secretly sent money to Pippen's father. In 2020, before Pippen's father died, he told his son, "There's been a kind person helping our family all along. I know who it is, but I pretend not to know. Tell MJ I've forgiven him. You two will always be my best sons."